Dev and her family go to Nganga Sanjay and many of Peggy's brothers, one brother and sisters. So I have obviously been involved with the family too, as I think many of all of you have as well. I read in the newspaper actually this week in our local Chico News about a young girl, 13 years old, who accused her parents of sexual abuse. In that case, the investigator who was assigned to the case actually investigated it. He actually talked to the people who knew the girl. He talked to her teachers. He talked, who knows, all the different various people that he went through to find out whether or not these allegations were true. And it came out that she was very angry with her parents. She had done a lot of things that were against their rules, and she was afraid to go home. And she made these allegations against them because she was afraid of going back home and facing consequences. And what happened with this case? No charges were filed. It was found that her allegations were unfounded. This is what should have happened in Ajay's case. This is what he felt in his heart the American justice system would do for him. This is what Peggy thought it would do for him as well. Where did this case fall down? And you look at your signs, you have demand justice, demand truth. That is why we're standing here. We know Ajay is not a rapist. We know it in every bone of our body, in every fiber. And we stood up for him and felt that he was going to get a fair shake from this justice system. But that's not what happened. Did the investigator talk to any of us that stood up here before this trial went forward? I was never spoken to. I don't believe Peggy was, Terry, Ben, Sanjay. I don't think any of us were talked to by the investigator in the DA's office. Had that happened, had we been able to put a picture out there as to how we know this family, how we know his accuser, and what we witnessed with our own eyes, this would not have gone forward. As it was, when they did a little bit of an investigation, they looked at her past medical records, her allegations of abuse were not there. It was not corroborated. So they did another quest looking for some sexual picture on the computer she said was taken. It was not there. Did they drop this case? Did they talk to her boyfriends that she had at the time she was living in the house to find out if actually she had been sexually active? No, they didn't. They went forward with this case with evidence that was very weak, and they did it for a reason that I think all of us here with our sides are now asking for this state of California, the people that live in Yolo County, to look into. Why did they do this? We expect better. We pay for better. We are taxpayers. That's what we are. We pay for our district attorney and our police and our investigators to keep us safe from really bad people that do bad things. We do not pay them to trump up charges and manipulate evidence to put a good, gentle, wonderful person behind bars. And you know, we're paying about $30,000 a year for this. We demand better. This is not okay. They should know better. They are a quasi-judicial office, the prosecution. They are not supposed to be prosecuting people to win. They are supposed to be looking for the truth. And when they unearth things that don't match up, when they start seeing questions in a case that was so full of holes, they are obligated by their ethics to stop. And they didn't. So thank you, everybody. I have also my own personal story, but being a witness there, because she did allege that she was raped in my house. And I have, like Terry said, I have a house that's very tiny, 950 square feet. And she said she was raped in the living room of my house. And like Sanjay said, the accuser never slept in my living room. She slept with Peggy in my daughter's room, and my daughter slept with me. It was Ajay in the living room, on the floor on a fold-out couch, with our two dogs. I am a very light sleeper. There is no way my 1938 squeaky bedroom door that would have had to open if there was anything that occurred like that would not wake me up. My dog was about a year or two old. She gets up and follows you to the bathroom if you get up and go to the bathroom. This did not happen. And I believe it was Terry who said, "Why does someone who was raped have to make up lies to make a conviction stick?" This is what the jury needed to ask. It's not what they asked, and he's sitting there in prison in a cold, terrible, suffering, inhumane situation because people who we expect to do their job did not do their job. So thank you, and I appreciate your support for Ajay, and hopefully we can keep the energy up.